Farias. Mr. Farias, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year on the assault case and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
So for he's pleading time served on the DWI, 13 months deferred on the assault conditions.
Okay. Is this how you understand this agreement?
I'm sorry.
You have two agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, they've offered you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. But you need to understand that that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So this time served, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record. They're going to see this. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, even if you successfully complete the deferred, you will be looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as well. You will be signing this other piece of paper here, which is a written admonition that you are ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. What you need to understand, it's firearm is a very loose term. So you need to understand, if you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. Do you understand? When you pick up criminal cases, there are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. It can impact you in ways that you never, ever see. That's why you need to strive to never pick up any kind of cases. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. And now you're ending up with these things, with both of these. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your record, you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Be careful. That's all I'm going to tell you is be careful. Now, part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement. If you fail to live up to the terms of this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, and now you're looking at an entire year that you authorized to put you in custody if you violate this. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, you have to do a Batters Intervention Prevention Program, what's called a BIP class. This is a 15-week, I'm sorry, is it it's 18, right? 18-week class that you have to go to 1 time a week for 8. You don't have to do this. We can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. Well, look, if you have that kind of attitude and you go into it.
Attitude, Judge, is just, I mean, I understand, I messed up. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that, but y'all really treated me like I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. I'm not. I mean, I understand. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another.
Criminal court. Did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just, it's just.
And here's the thing, though, Mr. Farias, what you need to understand is if you think it was bad here, that's what you're saying to me now. If you think it's bad now, wait till you get out there in the free world with even more conviction on your record. Life will only get more difficult with the more convictions that you get.
I hadn't been getting in trouble for the past year. I got that DUI in 2020. I have not been in trouble for it since then. So y'all treated me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not.
How did we treat you that you're constantly in trouble? Tell me.
It's a conversation.
No, but Nathan, I want him. How did we treat you? In what way?
I mean, I'm not saying y'all treated me in any way. It's just like the way you talk to me, I have like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking. It was just a mistake.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
You mean how I'm talking to you right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what to expect.
And I understand that,
And I'm
but
telling you how it's going to affect you.
and I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you can't own a gun.
That's fine. No problem.
You can't own any ammunition.
That is fine. No problem whatsoever.
If you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
See, but I didn't assault nobody, but I
You're pleading
understand.
guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
You're-
I'm not going to take your agreement. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it.
That's how this works. You're pleading guilty and admitting that you committed a crime.
Okay.
If you stand up here and say you didn't commit a crime,
No,
then
no,
you're not pleading
this
guilty.
isn't like, it's not a game. And I'm not going to let you
Understand that.
plead guilty if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, then let's try it. I'm not taking your plea of guilty if you're not guilty. That's it. You know,
At this point, I politely request that we reset this case, short distance, have the client's appearance be required.
well, hold on a second. How old is the case? I mean, the case is from 20, it's 510 days old? No. We set the case for trial today. That's it. And I'm not here to play games. If you're either guilty or you're not guilty, but we don't plead people guilty when they're not guilty. That's not a game that we play here. And understand, the way I talk to you now is in hopes that you don't pick anything up in the future,
I
because
promise you I have it.
do you know how many times I hear that?
I'm pretty sure you hear it on an everyday basis. I'm
Every-
sure you do.
Same.
But I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
I'm gonna hit the pause button.
You pick up a case in 2020, and now you pick up a case in 2023.
I'm gonna hit the pause button here. What you're getting upset about is actually the language that the judge is required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special about your case. He doesn't care anything about you, but what you're pleading guilty
No,
to carries
you're-
with it these consequences.
I understand.
If you plead guilty to an assault family violence, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, as was explained to you. A second offense is automatically a third-degree felony. Third-degree felony punishment range is 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's a second-degree felony. This is automatic, has nothing to do with you, only has to do with what you're pleading guilty to. The DWI is similar in concept. If you plead guilty to DWI today and get convicted, which is what you're planning on doing, the second one is automatically a Class A misdemeanor with a maximum punishment of a year in county or a $4,000 fine. That has nothing to do with the facts of your case and your level of guilt. It's just the fact that you are pleading guilty. At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
So if you want to continue on the DWI and tee up the assault, we can do that as well.
No, Judge. With him, we're not doing any pleas. At your request, we'll set the case for trial. I'd ask for 30 days. I'll have a conversation with
Totally.
him. And if he wants to do the plea, we can do the plea. And he will come up here with the proper understanding.
It's not a big deal, but we either set it today or we,
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll just set
okay.
it today because it'll be long enough that we can have a conversation. Almost
So-
30 or so days, Judge.
yeah, November 19th. That's,
That's fine.
it's over 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that, it's just that I don't remember when Thanksgiving is. Which is a week or two after that, so we're fine.
It's that Tuesday. So it's the Tuesday before.
Tuesday, the week before,
Correct.
we're fine.
Okay, 11/19 it is on both cases.
Is Ramona in the back? Do I need to go talk to her?
Yes, no. Well, I'll tell them, but don't let
Oh,
them leave.
Nathan, you're fine. It's a good day.
Thank you, Ramona.
Okay, Mr. Berry, we're bringing you out now because your lawyer has asked for me to set you a bond.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, I've got two main concerns. First, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? And number two, equally as important, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction you're wanted from?
Permission to speak?
just wait.
Oh.
No.
I'll give you a chance.
Yes, sir.
I know that you're going to tell me that it's gumdrops and rainbows and, I get it.
Sir.
But the way that I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that tells me who you are,
Sir.
not what's in here, because a lot of people tell me things and when they walk out the door, they turn into someone completely different.
Sir.
And so that will really tell me who you are.
Sir.
Okay. I will give you the opportunity to speak. I'm going to give her the opportunity to speak as well. I'd like to know, number one, where is he wanted from, what for, and what kind of priors does he have?
Yes, Judge. He's wanted out of Fulton County, Georgia. On the front cover of the fugitive page, it states that he's wanted for theft of taking, but I did a little bit of digging and it looks like he's wanted for 4 felonies out of the same transaction. I don't know why they didn't include it on the teletype or running his FBI number confirmed. He's wanted additionally for 2nd-degree felony criminal damage to property and two charges for unlawful person employed by or associated with criminal street gang to conduct and participate in criminal activity through commission of offense. It's a very, very long charge name. But it looks like it was the same offenses that he was originally wanted and he was extradited for back in 2022. I guess he either absconded or violated them again, but it looks to be open cases. And specifically addressing bond is that the state would be opposed for him granting a bond. In the past 10 years alone, not excluding other states and anything past that, he's been arrested 21 times, 12 of them felonies, 2 revocations of paroles, and 3 evadings, 2 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. I believe he's the definition of a flight and safety risk, and due to that fact, we request that the court deny bond.
Your Honor, if I may. So in regards to the telegram, because obviously the state has their duty, I have my duty as defense attorney. All of the other charges that were not on that telegram were dismissed. The case was reduced to theft. This case has been pending since God knows when, because Fulton County is a very slow court. Your Honor, here as I stand with the same client, I stood before you 2 years ago asking for a bond for my client to go back. You granted a bond, Your Honor. And when you granted that bond, my client did what you would want anyone to do, which is turn himself in, appear in court. They gave him another court date. However, no, once he checked himself in, he was able to bond out of Fulton County. Since then, that case has still been pending. He has an attorney in that county as well. However, throughout the times, my client moved. The issue was that there was supposed to be an updated address change to the court. So there was a court date, I believe around August the 12th. And because they did not update his address, the notice was sent to his old address. They immediately issued a warrant. So my client was actually picked up when he came back from work. He didn't even know that he had a warrant. And I understand the state's position that my client does have an extensive history. I was also his parole attorney, which he was successfully discharged from as well. I know Mr. Berry, and I could stand for him before this court. Anybody that I have stood before you has always, I'm not going to take a client that's going to embarrass me or embarrass you. He came, last time you allowed and granted a bond. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. And if you do it this time, he would do that again.
I don't give bonds 2 times in a row. And I counsel people every single time when they come here that if I give you a bond now, it's not going to happen again. It's your responsibility. You've been a fugitive once. We don't let you do it over and over and over. I gave you a bond last time. I can't keep doing it because you're going to keep, it's the same thing's going to keep happening.
It's not, sir. I promise you.
I get it, but it did. And I told you last time,
But
it's not going to happen again.
yes, sir. Can I talk to you, please?
But Your Honor, it was not, so this.
How do I know that?
So I'm telling you this because I'm also an officer of the court and I've done my research, Your Honor. It was not his fault. It was not. It was just a mistake of address. That's the only reason why. I've been checking in with my
He's
client.
supposed to update them of
He
any
did.
change of address.
Can you
I
speak for
did.
that
Can I
part?
please talk to you, please?
So what I would do is reach out to Fulton County, let them know, and hopefully they'll pull the warrant. They'll pull the whole. Will they not?
So, Your Honor, I've had history with this county. They're very slow.
Yes.
It's very
Have you done
difficult.
work there?
Huh?
You've done work there?
For other clients.
Really?
Yes. Your Honor, can you just listen? Can you just hear him out
Please,
as to
I'm
why?
happy to hear you. Please.
Your Honor.
So with the regarding that you did update your address,
Yes,
specifically address that.
yes. Your Honor, the last time you gave me this bond, you told me to get a job and you told me to change my life. And I did that. I completed CDL school. I work every day.
Wonderful.
They put me on insulin. I take insulin 2 times a day. I can't, the way that they expedite you there, I'll be sick by the time I make it. My flight has already been in the process of being booked, like you told me to left.
Can't take a flight.
To turn myself in?
You have a warrant. If you try to get on an airplane, they're going to take you into
They let
custody.
me last time, you let me out. They let me take it. I turned, okay, the address, I updated it, Your Honor. And
How do I know that?
I mean, I didn't, I
Am I
haven't,
supposed to take your word for it?
I was honest with you last time about everything.
And that's why I gave you a bond.
But
And I told you though, the last time, it's not gonna happen again.
But you said if I messed up, and I did not mess up, Your Honor. I
Nope.
did good, Your Honor. I
Great.
promise you.
But now
You
something,
gave me 10 days to turn myself in. I turned myself in 6 days.
Your Honor, it was really because of the address change. And I
Please, Your
So
Honor.
if you're not going to at least believe him, you can hopefully.
it's not a matter of belief or disbelief.
Okay.
It's a matter of that we cannot continue to enable. That's what it is. And if I do this now, who's to say it's not gonna happen a third time?
It's not, Your Honor.
because-
Told me that the
dismissed
first
my
time.
cases.
They
They dismissed 3 of the cases, Your
So
Honor.
from the time of this charge was pending, 3 of those cases were dismissed, Your Honor, and then the other cases were reduced to that. Clearly, the
Yes,
reason
sir.
why it's pending is because they don't have anything, but it's not.
So what? I mean, can't you do a speedy trial? Ask for a speedy trial.
So he has an attorney on that court. It's just the court's very slow and it moves very different. But
Yes,
what
Your
I
Honor.
can assure you is it was just a mere mistake, Your Honor. Like,
So I just want to
Please,
step in
John.
real quick because I've had one before where they stated it was a clerical error. And I want to say only one time out of all the other times I approached where it was a genuine clerical error. Once they corrected it in the demanding jurisdiction is they removed the warrant. I've had that happen before. So if the court wants to roll it over for a day and if counsel wants to contact Fulton County to figure out if it was truly a clerical error and it was a misunderstanding of where it was to be shipped out for
I
notice.
think what they're saying is that there was a problem where he's saying that he updated the address, but they didn't do it.
Sure, and that's what I mean, is if there was an error, right, with the court in
And
Fulton
reach
County.
out to them and see if that's the case.
well,
You can Google it, Your Honor. It was a glitch in Atlanta's.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Berry, how did you update your address?
I called a bond company. That's what they entrusted me to do.
Update it, right? No.
Well, so I don't really talk for their system, but that's what I mean, is if it's a mistake on the court, right, and not
So
the defendant.
what I would do is get into contact with the bail bond company and say, hey, man, this is what we did. You didn't do it the right way. We're gonna, if you don't fix this, there's a bail bond board that you can report activities to in the event that they mess up.
Sir, yes, sir. Please, Your
Giving them one. I can't do it again. I never do, ever,
Honor. 3 days and I'll be there.
Well, and it is also worth noting, it's probably good to update on the front end because he's on a deferred in our county before they revoke, because there was a warrant issued out.
It's also on defer to here?
He is,
For what?
for possession of controlled substance.
Alleged in the ground.
So, but the fact that he's open on deferred and no one has filed a motion to revoke, because initially all they see is the capias issued on August 15th. They haven't filed a motion yet, but that's my point, is before anything else happens, if council does want to correct it for both reasons, for the extradition and for the local deferred, it's probably 2 birds, 1 stone, and to call Fulton County and figure out what happened with the court there.
Try that.
can we roll it tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. Of course. I would reach out to the bonding company, say, hey, man, I did this. You guys messed up. Fix this. Otherwise, we can file a complaint. You're telling me you did. If you did, then that's the right thing to do.
Your Honor, I mean, I'm begging you, sir. I'm insulin independent now, and life has changed for me. I know I got in trouble in the past, but you instructed me to do something, and I done it step by step. I changed my life, everything, Your Honor. And all
Barry,
I'm, sir,
the entire time I've been here, I've never once given a second bond.
So, Your Honor, if I may, if we do
Sure.
get information.
I will never say no, but I don't know. I mean,
Well, I'd rather take, I don't know than no, so.
right. I don't know. I don't know. I never want to say no, because you never know what someone else is going to provide you to show you that really it's not his fault. And if it's not, then,
Like I said, I've had it happen before where the court demanding
if
jurisdiction.
it's really not his fault, would you
And then-
post?
please,
No, but don't, please, don't beg,
yes.
because last time we went in, you don't.
Yeah,
Let's see what they have. Let's go from there.
And I will-
I don't want to commit you to an answer. That's really not fair.
Yeah,
So-
and in the spirit of transparency, I do show that he hasn't had any violations since he entered in the deferred because it was concurrent with dismissal of the others.
Yes.
So other than this, there have been no other, but it was September of 2022. But it's just with the sheer amount of history, because it's one of the longest I've seen, that's my concern. And
Saying he's been doing good.
well, that's what,
He's
so,
been doing very good.
Right,
They
so that's
requested
what I mean.
early termination for me, sir.
So that's the thing, it's just
Okay.
please.
so I want information from the court, because ultimately in the end, it's not whether, it's not the how they prosecute the case is whether he's wanted and whether the KBS is true.
Diligence,
So-
let me see what you got and let's talk.
Okay, we can.
I'm never gonna, well, I'm not saying never, because I always put my foot in my mouth, but let's see what, and we can regroup, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Barry.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Dave. Morning, Mr. Eli.
Good morning.
How are you?
Better, a lot better.
You seem clear-headed. Things are going well now, you know? You've got a clear mind of what's going on. The problem is how long that's gonna last. You know, shh. God forbid you dig yourself into such a deep hole that you'll never crawl out of. And then if you end up with a criminal case where there's a dead body, that's exactly what you've done. We will do everything in our power to prevent that from happening, no matter what you're doing. All that needs to happen going forward is you do not get into a car. Whatever you're doing in this life, wherever you need to go, don't get into a car. Do you understand? The worst possible thing you can do ever, if you're using anything, is to get to a car. You have a 4,000, 5,000 pound missile that can do catastrophic damage to anyone you run into. And if you are in a state that you shouldn't be, don't. Do you understand?
Yes.
What's going to happen now? What are we doing?
I'm gonna continue with the drug program, with the drug court, and better my life and stop doing what I was been doing. And move forward from this.
Do you know what happens if you don't?
Yes,
What happens if you don't?
I'll go to prison. What?
You will go into a rehab facility. That's what's going to happen. I am now, and I've told Shreya that I don't agree with what's going on now. I do, but I don't, because what I really think is what the report said in that SAFE-P, which is an inpatient treatment facility. That's what I really think. But because she's so tenacious, I have agreed to try to let you do this on your own.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
If you are unable to do this on your own, we're going to do it the other way. And the other way is what the report says, and it is the treatment facility in the jail. It's going to happen one way or the other. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when you're out there, if you ever have a craving, if you ever have someone coming up to you, giving you peer pressure to go do this, don't. Find a sponsor, find someone else to talk to, call me, come here to court, call Shreya, but don't use. And don't hang out with the people that you were using with before. Do you understand?
Yes.
Can we give him a curfew so that he's not out in the middle of the night as part of the sober court?
I can add that, but they have their own special conditions, so I'm not sure. Let me see if they'll interfere with it.
Look, I don't want to interfere with their specifics. I mean,
Judge, we can just defer it to sober court since they are going to have the intensive weekly reviews.
just, I'm scared for you, Mr. Eli. I really hope that you can make this work, and I want you to do it. But, you know,
I am.
when you're using that kind of dope, it's, don't go back to the old, don't hang out with who you were hanging out with. Don't go back to the places you were hanging out with, because all you need to do is be in that environment, and it's going to catch you up like this. If you start using, if you don't comply with these conditions, I will issue a warrant immediately. Do you understand? Mr. Eli, you're charged with, so we're going on the second, right? Everything else is being dismissed? Is that
Yes,
right?
Judge. The FSGI and false report is a dismissal.
What about, was there any restitution on the FSGI?
No, Your Honor, we weren't able to get in contact with the complaining witness.
It wasn't a major at all.
Okay.
Fender, like literally a bumper.
You're charged with 3 cases. You're charged with false report. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense, and you're also charged with failure to stop and give information. You've worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss 2, and you're going to plead on the DWI second. As part of the plea agreement, you're going to sober court, which I really hope you take to heart because I've already done the spiel for you. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with this until you complete it successfully, or unless we have to issue a warrant and file a motion to revoke. If you violate the terms, we will issue a warrant, put you in custody, and then we're going to have a hearing. And if they prove it to me, you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to driving while intoxicated, second offense? Guilty or not guilty? The other thing is this, is that you now are charged and will have 2 DWIs on your record. What happens the next time?
Prison.
Now, if you ever are in a car and you get charged, you will be facing a 3rd-degree felony. You'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. Do not get into a car. I am suspending your license for 2 years. Do not get into the driver's seat of any car. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we're doing, it's an 18-month probation, right? And then is it
DWI education
repeat offender, right?
and the DWI repeat offender.
So are we doing 2 DWI education classes?
1 DWI education and then 1 DWI repeat offender.
Okay. Victim impact panel?
It's not on there, but I can add it.
Well, no, I don't want to do anything that they don't want.
They have 60 hours of community service.
Yeah. So one of the things that you'll have to do is 60 hours of community service. I know that as part of a reward system that they have with you, the better you do, the more conditions they'll take off. So they may waive your community service time if you do well in the program. What else?
Your Honor, we looked into it and the code does say that you shall require 5 days, not less than 5 days, due to the 5 within 5.
3.
Oh, I apologize. What? Not less than 5 according to the code.
3 days.
According to the code?
72 hours is a condition of probation. Can we move over that?
Did you buy a second?
Yes, because it's outside the 5 years.
It's within 5 years.
It's the,
Mr. Lindsay, was it 5 as a condition or was it 3?
We went through 3, but we have counsel who are ready to come discuss.
I believe that the statute's worded a little strangely.
It don't say.
Just give me one moment, Judge. I just said it.
Why is it like this? I mean, I don't understand. Why just,
reads according to Article 42A, a judge granting community supervision shall require the condition of community supervision that the defendant submit to not less than 5 days of confinement of county jail, and if the defendant was punished under section 49.09A, which is the DWI second, and was subject to 49.09H, which is the 5 within 5. And that subsection H reads, the subsection applies to a person convicted of a second or a subsequent offense relating to the operating of a motor vehicle while intoxicated, committed within 5 years of the date on which the most recent preceding offense was convicted.
I don't have any information on the first one. When was the first
The
one?
first one was committed October 23rd, or conviction date was October 23rd, 2019, and the most recent that we're on now committed on May 5th, 2024.
so the other one was committed outside the 5 years.
It
And
was,
this
Is it
conviction,
conviction or committed?
so my understanding is this is the conviction we're talking about. So he would be convicted of an offense under 49 with his prior being committed outside the 5-year window.
So so he committed the DWI out of county, I think it was January of 2019.
So outside 5 years.
And that's where the statute reads a little bit
Well,
confusing.
you were okay with the 3, right, Mr. Lindsay, right?
Yes, Judge, we're okay with the 3.
So we'll just do that.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Stay sober.
So what are you doing?
Don't use. Mr. Eli, don't use. Do you understand? Don't go to any parties. Don't go to any bars. I want to also put on the bars, places of ill repute. Any place where it's 50% or more,
Judge, can
or
we
liquor.
that or just whatever on the 3 days, he'll be released today, correct? Yes,
Okay.
there's nothing holding him, correct?
Is that?
I mean, no, once we get to the date.
Yes, perfect.
I'm in for those days.
Perfect.
Don't use. Okay? Or how do you, the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
We'll find you guilty, send you to the agreement, make it work.
There's 2 enhancements.
Is it true that you were convicted of the felony offense of possession of a controlled substance in 2020 out of the 209th District Court?
True.
Okay, true the enhancement. Okay, guys. Good luck, Mr. Eli. I hope it works. Thank you for being patient.
We'll do a Friday report at 6 p.m. on what? 3 weeks.
I'd say 30 days from now.
What?
He wants to do it 30 days from now on a Friday.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Thank you.
Let's do.
I want him to report here, though. Hey, I want him to report here so I can take a drug test.
Okay.
So it'll be November 15th
Report to court 8 or 9 in the morning, and I'm going to take a drug test.
on November 15th.
On that date,
Yes. Don't use. Okay.
can I ask a question? Is that okay? So on November 15th, do I come here to?
Yes.
I want you to come right
Yeah.
here.
I'm saying just surrender here, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
Here in court with me.
Why can't you just go to?
Because I want a drug test. Mr. Woods, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Want to make it the cause number for this?
2533-007.
Officers observed the defendant walking in the middle of the street when a sidewalk was available next to him. And the officers asked the defendant for his Texas driver's license.
Again,
Yes, Your Honor.
jaywalking,
Yes, Your Honor.
again,
The officers discovered a warrant out for the defendant's arrest out of McLennan County for aggravated sexual assault of a child. And the officers detained the defendant and discovered a gun and 6 grams of marijuana.
hold on. So what, walking while,
It was walking in the middle of the
while
street.
black again? Again, jaywalking? Where?
Let me read the office report.
It sounds like you detained pursuant to the warrant.
But they didn't know that. I mean, it just, unless the officer knew him, I mean,
Yes, Your Honor. The DIMS just says the officer observed the defendant not walking or walking in the middle of the street.
so, dude, you gotta be careful in this life, man. You know? Just do the right thing. It's not hard, man. All right, I'm gonna find no probable cause, Mr. Woods. You gotta be careful, man, you know? So is he on bond currently for the other case now as well, or no? You know what? Doesn't even matter. Just be careful in this life. You have but one life. How old are you? You're 24. What are you doing now? Working, school? Good. Get your education. The more you educate yourself, the higher you're gonna rise up in life. it correlates with money too. The higher education you got, more money you're gonna make in life, the better you are off. That's the rub. That's what you gotta do. All right? Okay, man. Hang tight for me, okay? Please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi.
I am approaching on Ronald Smith.
Okay.
And so.
Oh, great.
Yes,
So I don't know why we had you not signed on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I know I was talking to my client. So I had submitted I don't want you to think it was last minute. The motion on the sub was submitted in, okay, yeah, in the PTI packet that it wasn't submitted last minute either. That was done last month with the previous sheet. Okay.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
How long do you want?
Oh, just till the 30th. He's supposed to finish his anger management class on the 25th. And so if we could just do the reset to the 30th, that works.
Okay with
Okay.
He doesn't have it done, but he's gotta be here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're okay. Ms. Sexton, Mr. Smith wants to talk with you. Do you want to talk with me?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Smith. How are you?
I just wanted to apologize for my banter towards you this whole time.
You don't have to. I love the tenacity. I love the chutzpah, which you will, but channel that in a great way. Because if you do, the sky's the limit. Really.
This would have been over and done had I just came and approached you in a correct way instead of just being angry.
You know, let me tell you a story. I got pulled over a while back. The officer came to me. He was so aggressive. Why did you run that red light? What's wrong with you? So I said, you know what? I know I stopped. I swear I stopped. But the officer came at me like crazy and I said, you know, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. Just, I'll do better next time. You know what he did? He let me go. So sometimes when you tuck your tail, you get more. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar, right? And it's always when you're with a person in power, especially with a person that has the power of arrest, you buck up to them, it's over. You're always going to lose. Just, that's what you do. It's called maturity as well, you know?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Smith. Ready? Good morning, Mr. Moses.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Shh. Why does this keep happening? This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's the 6th time you've picked up a kind of case where it's a violent case. Actually, 7. It keeps happening. Why? Why so much anger? Do you take any medication?
Yes, sir.
Do you stop taking the medication?
No, sir.
How do you get your medication when you're out there in the free world? When you picked up these 2 cases, had you stopped taking the medication? You were still taking it?
I actually finished it.
Meaning, so you finished, you didn't have any more.
Still gonna pick it up.
Council for reset?
We had him TRAS. TRAS said mental health caseload, or what did they say? And that's what we're doing, right? Okay. What are the other alternatives that we have?
They want to do the mental health case, IFP, looking for a change, and then they're gonna help them with the counseling. And then we'll report, twice a month. So that's how they make sure that you.
What about paying for IOP and all that?
If it qualifies to be the tax funded one, because it he'll be responsible.
I mean, how do we make sure that he qualifies? Because I don't, Mr. Moses, do you work when you go out? When you're out of jail, do you work? Who do you live with?
Yes, sir. You want?
It's okay, Mr. D. Who do you live with? And when you leave here now, are you going to be able to stay with mom?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that for?
I don't know that for a fact, Your Honor.
Before you were in jail, who were you living with?
Yeah.
Council for reset.
One of the things that you're going to have to do is an intensive outpatient treatment. The problem is that it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's around $500 to $600 to do that. And I don't know if that's something that you have to be able to pay for. If not, I want to try to get you to, I want to see if we can pay for it. How do we?
I'll do a indigency form with him and then he'll be placed on a wait list if he qualifies. He's on probation, or he'll be on probation for 2 years, so he'll be fine.
If this fails, what else do we have at our disposal?
If this fails and he starts violating, then they'll place him in there. That's how it is.
So I want you to understand, Mr. Moses, that we want this to work for you. But you also have to want it to work. If you do something to violate this agreement, you don't do your treatment, you don't stay up on your probation, if you just leave, one of the options is putting you in a residential facility. Do you understand what that means? That means that you will be in, it's not in the actual jail, it's at another facility, right? It's at a lockdown facility that you will not be able to leave, and then you'll be getting treatment. We are trying to do it this way so that you can try to do this while you're out there in the free world doing this by yourself. But if you're not able to, we're going to have to take other measures. Can you get this done?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what's required for you to successfully finish?
Yes, sir.
What do you have to do? Yes. What programs do you have to do? Do you know? You have to do anger management class, right? It's a,
Thinking for a
Thank you
change.
for a change.
okay, so you have to do a thinking for a change, which is a class where you teaches you how to think when you're in a bad situation. You also have to do outpatient treatment so that we know that you're actually speaking to people, working through any kind of anger issues that you may have.
Yes, sir. And substance abuse.
And substance abuse. No drugs, no alcohol. You cannot use any illegal drugs, including marijuana. No marijuana, no illegal drugs, and no alcohol. They're going to test you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you complete this successfully, you do not end up with a conviction. But you need to understand that there's still,
You will be a convicted judge, it's straight probation.
oh, it is straight.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Oh, I thought it was a
They told me
deferred.
because he had the state jail conviction up in felony court and the numerous of cases that he had that were assaultive in nature that they were not willing to offer him.
Okay. This assault, it's going on your record. There's what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. If you pick up another case like this, you will be facing a third-degree felony. Minimum 2 years in a prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison if you ever pick up another assault like this again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's years in prison, not days like you are here. Years. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, so no guns, no ammunitions as well. I'm sorry, it's no weapons, right?
Yes.
No weapons. Weapons is a very loose term. If you have any questions about what a weapon is, you have to talk to a lawyer, but be very, very careful. You understand?
Sir.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you cannot change your mind. You must complete this, and it's a 2-year probation. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 1 year in jail. However, I will probate that for 2 years. You've already done it to your ass, so we don't need to do that, but intensive outpatient treatment, thinking for a change, and the mental health caseload. If you ever have a problem, come back to us here. We can help you if you come here. But if you just leave and don't do anything, that's the worst thing that can happen. Don't leave. Come back. Good things will happen if you come back. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions? Good luck, Mr. Moses. I hope that you can make it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No. He's banned. Yes, hold on, Mr. D, I forgot something. Hold on, I forgot. Hey, I don't think he's gonna have anything to pay for anything, so we need, like, we gotta get him. Okay, I have to have you sign one more document that you need to understand, Mr. Moses, that you are now ineligible, meaning that you cannot have a firearm or ammunition. I'm going to read this to you so you understand this, okay? A firearm means any device designated, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using an energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. If you now possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about how long you will be ineligible, you must talk to a lawyer and they should be able to contact you and consult you about that. I need you to sign this so you understand that you cannot have any more weapons, okay? Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. D. You are Frank. Back are we? Are you on something right now, Mr. Akers?
No, I'm stressed out. I'm like, I come from I wasn't gonna talk as a show of respect, but come from like deep kind of breakdown.
Mr. Akers, you stand charged with the offense of criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to Houston Recovery Center in Harris County, Texas, in response to a welfare check. Earlier that day, the defendant had been dropped off at the center and became very angry. The defendant began yelling and throwing his shoes at the staff. The defendant walked into a room and closed the door. While inside, the defendant punched the glass door, shattering it. The defendant was also throwing things around the room and hit his head against the wall and the doors. The defendant also urinated in the corner. The complaining witness estimates the cost to repair the glass door to be $1,000 at the Houston Recovery Center.
I would imagine that he's just not welcome back there. Have you?
I spoke with the recovery center. They said that he's now on a no admission list.
Right.
Mr. Akers, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with you because I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system and how we're going to proceed forward. Look at me.
No, I have drugs in my system.
Yeah, it's time to stop. You are so geeked out now on something. What?
Stress. My life is stress. I know I messed up. Like what you see of me is remorse for doing something I know is stupid. And I
want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen well. I will give you but one opportunity to get off the dope by yourself. If I find that you're using whatever it may be, I'm going to put you in a rehab facility in the jail. I will give you one opportunity to try to get off these demons yourself. But if I find that you continue to use, I'm going to keep you with me. No more dope. I'm sending you now for a drug test. You must take the test and come right back. If you fail to take, look at me. If you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, I will take away the PR bonds and I'm going to make your bond extremely high. You have to understand, you don't, unless you do, I would imagine that you have no one that's willing to pony up $5,000 to get you out. Am I right? Consider that when you're out there in the free world. Because if I put you in jail, even at $1,000 bond, you probably don't have anyone that's going to make it. You're going to sit there. Make wise choices. You get one opportunity. Are we clear? Okay. I want to send them. We'll have them come right back and we'll go from there. Right. And then can you reach out to the next firm, please? All right. Can you please file the conditions? Well, don't worry. Don't even worry about it. So no going back to the Houston Recovery Center, no weapons.
Page 5. Page 5. David, Justin, page 11.
Okay. Justin Davis, is that you? Mr. Davis, you're charged with indecent exposure. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
The complainant was jogging at White Oak Bayou Park in Harris County, Texas, and the complainant observed the defendant naked and masturbating next to a pool located inside Stewart Park. The complainant could see the defendant's penis, which was an open view of anyone walking on the trail. The officers arrived and observed the defendant sitting near the pool without pants and underwear and continuing to masturbate.
Is he currently registered as a sex offender? Can you see that now?
I can check, Your Honor. Your Honor, we can't find the information at this time. We'd have to make a call to the officer and find that he is registered. But at this time, we don't have that information.
Prior felony failures to register, you know? So what kind of conditions would you think? Michael?
Judge, I don't know the status of the housing of the defendant, but at this time, the state would ask for staying away from public places where children would go, like parks where the defendant was, staying away from schools, parks, public places, anywhere where children may go, is what I would ask.
How old are you, Mr. Davis? You're 41. What do you do for a living? So where do you live?
I live in a tent, my dog.
You live in the where?
In a tent.
He's homeless and lives in a tent.
I know, Judge.
And the problem is that this is not our first indecent exposure. This is not our first failure to register. So I'm going to appoint your lawyer today and I'm going to see where we're going because I don't know what conditions we can put to protect the public from you.
The issue, Judge, is the underlying registered case is in indecency of a child from 2004, and that's why I'm harping on you staying away from children.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do a deep dive on this. So
Yes, Judge.
I'm gonna have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Davis, please. Yeah, of course. Hey,
We're here. I just wanted to talk to my client about some bond violations.
what is your client's name?
Cyrus.
Give me a second. Deputy Anderson, I might need you. Mr. Shirez, come up.
Go ahead and sign for your receipt.
We were in here the other day and you were acting like it's all little bunnies jumping in the woods, all happy-go-lucky, knowing full well that you had a ton of bond violations. You were to have a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 4:30 in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different violations where you were going out in the middle of the night. Guess what happens, or do you have any response?
Your Honor, I've spoken to the family. I've spoken to Mr. Chavez. I recommended that he get started with some therapy, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to help you get started with that therapy right now. Guess what happens? Guess. He goes with you. Yeah, we'll get started real quick. We'll talk, I don't know, he'll pop up in tomorrow's docket. We can talk again, but he's out at 4:30 in the morning, 1 in the morning. It's unacceptable. Doesn't get it. So, his bond's $100 now. I'll make it a 5,001. You know, if they have issues making it, just let me know. We can talk. But I mean, I can't just let him go, you know? Yeah, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
He is, top of page 8.
Bond hearing will be tomorrow?
No, I'm revoking it and raising it to 5,001.
Okay.
And then, so if they have issues and they're unable to make the bond, we can talk, you know, after tomorrow.
Page 29. Joe. See, Strong? Come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Seastrong. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm not able to afford one.
Why not? When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Company went out of business in February. I've been DoorDashing.
So you are working?
What? It's not enough to afford. I got my kids. I don't have enough to afford a lawyer from what I make from DoorDash.
How much money do you make a month?
Probably barely 300, maybe.
How much?
Barely 300.
300 what?
Dollars.
What? A day? A week? You make $300 a month. I don't believe that for a second. How do you eat? How do you survive?
I stay with my wife. My wife.
So your wife works?
Yes.
What does your wife do?
She does assistant at an apartment facility.
How much money does she make a month?
She just started, so I'm really not sure. It's probably been about 3 weeks or so.
Why do the people of Harris County get to pay for a lawyer for you when you don't do anything? How's that fair? Why you get to sit at home, play Xbox? Well, why do the people of Harris County get to pay for your lawyer? How's that fair? You're able-bodied. There's no reason why you shouldn't be working. You need a job.
Yes, sir. I work. I take care of my kids. We just got it.
But you're not taking care of your kids. No, kids need food. They need clothes. Not just love. They need physical things as well. And if you're not pulling your weight, then you're not helping your kids. Your wife is helping your kids. What conditions did we put on Mr. Seastrunk, please? I'm sorry if you don't like what I'm telling you, Mr. Seastrunk, but I'm telling you the truth. How old are you? You're 39 and you make $300 a month. That's silly. And it's a shame.
I work for one of our business.
Then find something else.
Happen.
Do you know that there are so many companies out there that are begging for workers that are willing to pay you $15 to $20 an hour for you to work? Amazon, Starbucks. There's so many other places that are begging for workers because they just don't have enough. I'm not gonna, no. I'm making it a condition of your bond now that you get a full-time job. And I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks to see what you have done. But as far as what you get to hang out and do nothing all day, and then I have to pay for your lawyer too? You want a back rub too? No. I will give you an application. I'm going to send it home, and then I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you've done to get a job. If you've done nothing, then life's not going to go well. But it's not fair that we all here, I mean, I might as well just give you my wallet now. That's what we're doing.
And Your Honor, I may previously had a bond condition of no driving because the defendant expressed he had no insurance. So you add and include that as well, no driving.
I hope you are not driving, Mr. Seastrunk.
I was able to get insurance from.
You are supposed to get court approval first before you drive, and you signed.
I got insurance a few days after we left from it. You told me not to drive without getting
it. Deputy Anderson, can you get that piece of paper, please? Sorry, guys. Just momentarily. Can you hand that to him? What does that say?
No driving without insurance approval.
Man, don't play Helen Keller. No driving without valid liability insurance and court approval. Do you want to go to jail? Don't drive. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law, Mr. Seastrunk. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween, and I expect you to pull your weight. And I don't care if you don't like what I'm telling you, but sometimes in life, someone needs to put you over their knee and tell you this is how things need to go. And you, at 39, need to grow up and pull your weight. Start working. Don't be a bum. Can you give him an application? And we will see you back in 2 weeks. And then can you file conditions, please, that he must get a full-time job, please? That way. Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I have a plea on Mr. James Hollahan, I should say, Your Honor. Mr. Hollahan. Just to be transparent with you before the plea, this is the young man that you had tested twice I believe that the last one was today, and I think it was Friday of last week or Thursday, one day last week. He had come back and he tested positive for, I believe, the last time was THC, and he tested today, and he tested positive for alcohol and THC.
You want me to let you go?
Yes, sir. I drank NyQuil last night, forgetting about.
Do you really expect me to believe that, Mr. Houlihan?
Yes, sir. I've also got I got a job now. Working.
You can't stay sober if you can't not consume alcohol while you're just on bond. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. It's only a matter of time before you're before us again. Hopefully you haven't wrapped your car around a pole, or more importantly, kill someone else, you know?
Yeah, sir.
But
working on making changes in my life. I'm still
like testing positive, right? What changes have you done? Other than I'm gonna.
I've started.
I don't want to hear I'm gonnas.
I've started seeing a psychiatrist online, working on my mental health.
Mr. D, I don't know. I mean, he tested positive for alcohol today?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I confirmed it with Rachel. She did test positive for alcohol.
We admonish you when you come here. When I say no alcohol, I mean no alcohol from any source. I'd say to every single person that walks through our double doors over there. So for you to tell me it's NyQuil, you know you're not supposed to, because I advise you of that very fact not to use anything that has not alcohol in it. I can't just. I know you want to plead guilty, and I probably would have accepted this had you tested negative, but you're testing for alcohol on the day of court. That means that you must have very, very recently consumed alcohol. And if I accept this plea today, I am sending you out into the world, and I'm setting you up for failure. That's all it does. And that's the exact opposite of what we try to do here. Believe it or not, I want to help every single person that comes here. And if that means taking you into custody, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm sorry, but you're on bond for this case. You're testing positive for alcohol. It goes with you. Mr. D, we'll talk, okay? We'll figure, Mr. Houlihan, I mean, I'm not going to throw the keys away, but we got to figure something out. And this is just not, it serves no one. So, okay, thank you. It goes with you.
I gave him that process last time.
Just bear with me, ma'am. Let me talk to the lawyers, and then I'll bring you up and we can talk, okay? Give me a bit. Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. Timothy Akers. It's my understanding that the court may want to impose some conditions.
Come up, Mr. Akers.
Judge, Ms. Rachel.
Positive for THC amphetamines, ecstasy.
Shocking.
Is that your file, sir?
It stops today. You will be required to come here every Monday and Thursday to take a drug and alcohol test. The next time you test positive for meth, ecstasy, what else?
Meth, ecstasy,
Amphetamines, phencyclidine, whatever it is, you're going to stay with me. And I will put you in a rehab facility myself. Do you understand? I'm giving you the opportunity to stop using drugs now on your own. If you're incapable of doing it on your own, then you will be doing it with me. So you need to do whatever you can to stop using dope. Are you high right now?
I don't freak out, but
What do you do for a living, Mr. Akers?
Social Security discipline.
How do you really get money?
Social Security discipline.
How are you going to stop using?
I have I'm a simple person. You know, I understand the gravity here is like it's not, you know.
And I'm having a competent examination prepared for him. He's informed me that he has mental issues, that he's been institutionalized.
It's all, Mr. D, it's all because of one reason. I'll tell you now, if you continue to use the dope, you have little synapses in your brain, right? Do you know what a synapse is? Okay, you have these little wires in your brain. And if you continue to use dope, those wires, instead of the electrodes, they're going to jumble, they're going to get all crazy and just...
They fill up and they overflow. They can't receive. They can't receive.
If you continue to use dope, you're going to start having psychosis, paranoia, and it only leads and ends up worse. You need to stop now before you hit the point of no return. Do you understand?
Sure.
Do you have any health insurance?
Check it. My food status, like I give this one. Yeah.
Where you live now? Who do you have in your life?
Have in my life?
Who do you have in your life? Okay, you haven't found Jesus yet, so who else do you have in your life? Who?
That's it. That's it, man. I got Jesus.
How old are you?
I'm 40. Getting ready to be 41.
You're 41. Where's mom and dad?
They died over a decade ago.
What else do you have in your life that can help you out?
Me. I come here to try to figure things out because things weren't going well. In Missouri, I didn't have nothing there. I came here. It's been over a year. I've had a lot of things stolen from me, so it's been really hard to try to reboot. It's just like it's bad times. So like, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I understand the gravity of the situation. I really wish I had not done that, but like.
That's talk about the fact of the case.
All right,
Mr. Akers, how do we go forward? How on earth are you going to be able to stop without me having to put you in jail?
I have the ability to. I'm not that addicted. I mean, it's a matter of I see that.
When is the last time that you've not used?
Honestly, it's more of a current issue. I haven't. I never was. It never was a drug of choice. So like, sort of reason. So like, and it's not going to be a trouble. That big of an issue, though. I mean,
are you tired of feeling like this?
Tired of feeling this? I don't understand how to phrase the question. I just well, what I want is try to finish this, move on from here, because like I've been I just got to a place, found a place that has showers for homeless, and I had to go get an address. I have things I've had trouble with the homeless that give help, because when I go, because I have the social security check, they people find me.
I'm gonna try to find you a place where you can crash.
I'd rather not. Can I just? Can you give me the week? I mean,
Get off these streets.
You're doing your things your way, and it's not been going well. And if you don't realize that, then I'm here to tell you that you don't look good. You're not acting well. And it looks like you're either high right now or you're coming down. And I'm telling you that you're slowly killing yourself. And I'm seeing you deteriorate in my eyes. And in the last year and a half that you and I have known each other, you were deteriorating. The last time you were here, you had more teeth than you do now. What's going to happen in a year?
Like things have not jumped.
So listen. It stops now.
Sure.
No more dope. I will see you here on Thursday for you to take another drug test, and you will test every week with me. The next time you test positive, I'm going to keep you. So I'm giving you the opportunity to stop on your own. If you fail me, then you will stay with me. Do you understand? I'm giving you a heads up that you're not slowly, but you're going like this, and it's not it needs to stop. Okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
See you Thursday. I will give you resources if you want them. But try to use them so you're not on the street anymore. So we'll give you resources.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, have a seat, sir.
I have some more information on Mr. Waters. So his mother passed last year from cardiac arrest while he was in custody for one of these thefts. He didn't find out until he got out. He actually didn't volunteer that information. I just brought up his mom because I was trying to figure out where he was going to stay. And that's when he told me that, and he became very withdrawn for a second. So I could tell that's something that obviously has affected him a lot. As far as where he's staying, when he gets out, he is going to stay at an apartment complex in Sunnyside with his girlfriend. He has no other family. He doesn't have any siblings that he talks to. And he is working with, actually, he has a housing manager whose number he gave me, who I called, who actually picked up the phone. He sent me over his business card. It's Rashad Washington over at Search. They had an appointment today. His girlfriend did show up to their appointment this morning. And so they're helping them get housing, but they have been working with Mr. Rashad my client. Mr. Rashad has been working with my client and his girlfriend to get them housing for some time. And that process continues because she was able to make the appointment today. As far as his theft cases, so most of them were last year. And there's like one in 2022.
You see what I mean? That
Yeah, they're clustered together. So a lot of them were in February, and they're all the same. They're all essentials. In February, there's thermals. Looks like he got cold. So he has sweatshirts, thermals. In every theft, there's underwear and socks.
Where's it from? Where's he going?
All Target.
All of them are Target.
The very last one was Forever 21, but it was blue jeans and a t-shirt.
Moving up. Forever 21.
That's moving. I mean, that's cheap clothes.
Now you want to go with style.
Those are cheaper. But they were blue jeans and a t-shirt. And then the Target was all essentials, a backpack, beanie, and it changes with the seasons. You can tell as the seasons change, he needed different things.
He's going to help himself.
Yeah, so.
Yes, ma'am.
She doesn't have the house though, does she yet?
No, they're helping them, but they do have an apartment on their own. She pays the rent.
Your Honor, we're seeing that not only in the most recent, again, with the vapes, but also it appears in a previous theft, he stole electronic devices. If I can find it. It says, one moment, Your Honor, I apologize.
Shudder to think the times that he's not been, because imagine 13 times he's been busted, right? How many times has he not?
Yeah, it looks like they knew him towards the newest ones from Target. They knew exactly who he was when he
As
walked
soon
in
as he
the
walks
store.
in, everybody must know who he is.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's going to the same one.
Yes, it appears at Target, and like counsel mentioned, there are a lot of clothing, but there is an incident at where it says, let me pull it through it. It appears in July of 2023. Items stolen by the defendant include a Belkin USB DC car charger, a JLab Go Bluetooth earbud, and as well as a MyCharge portable power bank, in addition to the clothing as well. So he's not just stealing essentials.
Yeah, he wants to listen to music, right?
And then one of them, I think it was like stationery, like stuff to write with. So it's like things that he looks like he needs because he's doing either trying to keep himself warm or live or have clean underwear, or it looks like maybe somebody told him, hey, fill out this application or mail this letter or whatever, and he got those items for that. But I would still consider those necessities, the stationery, maybe not so much electronics.
I don't know, Jillian.
It's been a while, Judge, like he said. And again, this theft, he didn't take anything. Even if he allegedly is a co-defendant, he's not the one who did anything. He's just, allegedly, he's just there. And this is that area, Judge, over by Louisiana Fried Chicken, by that old Greyhound station. So it's just kind of high stress for law enforcement. They just come in and they see people and they round them up. So it's not somewhere he should be, but you know. He's not accused of selling drugs. He's not accused of doing anything else. He's just there.
And I know their positions. Have you spoken to girlfriend?
I haven't spoken to her. I called the housing manager today, who did meet with her today. So she does exist and she's still trying to get that
Do
house.
this. When he has a 100% house to go to and he's not on the street, then I'll give him an ankle monitor. But I want to know that I'm not, and I don't want to take his word for it, that they actually have an actual house. If they know definitively that there's a house that he can go to, he has a place to go to, so he's not roaming and just up to no good, then I will. But on the condition that, number one, he's not out in the middle of the night. Number two, he's not using anything. Number three, actively searching for a job because I want him to work. He's got to get a job. And at the minimum, I want him to go to that Fresh Start fair beginning of November, so we can try to get him a job. Okay. So find out 100% that he has a place to go to.
I have the address. He does have a place to go to right now.
Do you have a girlfriend's number?
Yeah, I do.
The number. Oh, don't say it out loud.
Yeah, I was going to show you.
Yeah, come on. Oh, do you know the long distance code?
It should be up there.
Where'd she go? Quick with him, and then
November 4th.
this,
9.
and then just that number. Houston is last name.
Hi, you've reached 125.
I don't know. Until I know that he has a place, then I will.
Okay.
So just keep me in the loop, huh, Jillian?
I'll return, but I have another court to go to. I'll,
Okay.
she calls me.
Thanks. Stephen, ready? Ready? Come on. Mr. Davis, come up.
So Judge, just an update on what I found through my research. It looks like the underlying conviction that the defendant has that requires him to register as a sex offender is called an attempted indecent liberties with a child case, and it's out of Kansas. When you look at chapter 62, which are the requirements for who needs to register and how, there's a definition in subsection 10 for what's called an extra jurisdictional registrant, which just means someone that's out of state that's been convicted. And the rule states that they just have to follow the out-of-state reporting standards. When I've looked at the Kansas reporting standards, there's 3 requirements for sex offender registrations. It's 15 years, 25 years, or life. So because of this conviction, he has to at least register. The least amount is 15 years. Since it was from 2004, that means he's actively non-reporting and committing a state jail felony by not actively reporting, which
I think really, isn't
It would end in 2019, I think, right? I think it's.
So what?
So then you're correct, Judge. It is a 3rd degree.
So failure to register as a sex offender is a 3rd degree, number one. I thought.
Yes, Judge, you're correct.
Is he required to register as a sex offender?
That's the issue. So if it was from 2004 and then 15 years after that, my understanding from him is that his duty to register ended in 2019. So I don't know. Did you say it was 04?
Somewhere, right? I mean, if he's been here, we have here as far back as 2009, there's an assault of a family member. We have failure to register as a sex offender 2 times in 09 and then in 11. So at a minimum, if he's registered at least 1 time, he should be in the sex offender registry. All that information should be in the registry as far as what his information is about. So if I pull up the registry now, which I'm going to try to.
I looked it up, Judge. I don't see his name anywhere. I don't see it at all when I look up his name.
And I believe it may be because this 15-year period ended. If the conviction was 04, then I think so 2019 would have been the ending point for that 15 years, which is what he's told me, that 2019 was the end of the reporting requirement.
You have to understand, Mr. Davis, that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. If you're supposed to register as a sex offender and you're not, I'm not giving you a PR bond because it shows me that you are willfully not following the law. And I have the right to find your bond insufficient to revoke it and raise it up. Now, I'm not going to go crazy, but I want to protect my public. And you're out there allegedly you've got this new indecent exposure. I see that you're a registered sex offender and that you potentially you need to be, and you're committing felonies every single day that you're not registered. Now, if you can show me somehow that you're not supposed to register, then okay.
He had shown me something on his phone that had like the ending date. So I can check and see if that's something I can provide.
I got to understand, I'm not going to take your word for it. I got to see some kind of proof.
Okay.
We have 2 failure to register as a sex offender, so he got punished for those. When he got out and when he completed the punishment, did he never go and register again? I mean, I got to imagine that the day you complete your sentence, you got to go register.
Well, they can't force you to, Judge. It's on you as the defendant to go
So
do your registration.
from 2011, no one has gone after to see if he's just.
When we called them, they said they haven't heard from him. Morgan, when was the date that they heard from him? The certification officers that are assigned to this defendant, I believe their name's Officer Cooper, that he's supposed to follow.
Spoke to them?
I spoke to Ms. Cooper. She's with the organization that, like, I guess they come to. So he is on her list of people that's supposed to be reporting.
So he is supposed to report.
She told me that he has not checked in since May of 2019, and I asked her if he's supposed to be checking in, and she said he's registered as homeless, he's supposed to check in every 30 days. And when I called back to speak to her about charges being filed, she transferred me to the compliance office.
And then what?
Filing a new charge for failure to register. So I'm not sure about the requirements of the reporting period, but they didn't mention anything to me about him not being supposed to register, if that makes sense.
Do you have her phone number?
Sorry?
Do you have her phone number now?
Yes, I have the phone number for the actual office, and then I had to ask for Ms. Cooper. So if you'd like, I can ask for her phone number directly and call her back.
I mean, because I have to imagine that if he wasn't supposed to register, if he had no duty, then she would have told you, no, he didn't have a duty, he didn't have to register. But you're telling me she told you that he was supposed to register and he hasn't been since 2019.
That is what she told me.
It's unacceptable. I mean, and because he's homeless, I don't find that I can protect the public because.
But Judge, the last thing we're trying to do at this point is trying to figure out what the reporting requirement is for the specific offense, because the larger offense.
Concern is, are you supposed to report or not? And if you are and you're not reporting, I have a problem with it. Right.
So I'm looking at it's offenderradar.com. Is kind of where he was looking it up, but I don't know. It's the state registry. It had the ending date of registration within 2019.
What is offenderradar.com?
I'm not sure. It was just what he was.
That's what I got here.
It's pulled from the Texas registry, though. I don't know if from that link. Texas registry.
Here, do you want to send that to him? To what that says is that the registration ending date was in 2019. But regardless, though, from 2011 to 2019, he still hasn't registered at all. I don't know.
Either way, Judge, the big issue here is there's all these sexually related offenses, and now he's doing it again in a public park where there's people congregated, families, children.
I get it.
Yeah.
Would you please call back and see, was he supposed to register or not? Would you please? And then, yeah. Mr. Davis, take a seat for me in the jury box, please. Josh, what say you? Oh, Emila?
I think that everyone might be on their lunch break right now.
Of course. Everybody in their normal right minds is at lunch right now.
So I think the issue, I think the issue, Judge, is what you were saying is that I don't know if it tolls, because it doesn't seem logical to me that you can just fail to report for years.
Right.
And then, yeah, I get you can get slapped with a felony charge, but it seems like
it's not logical where you can just evade, right? Not register, and then the time lapses, and then, okay, everybody's just like.
Because there's been large stints of time where this defendant has not reported. He was verified in 2019.
That's true, though. Because if it's a 15-year, I think the issue is we don't know if we had a 15-year or a 25-year.
No. But even then, I'm looking at because every time you report, you take a photo.
Right.
So I'm looking at multiple large stints of time where he did not report.
But the conviction was from 04, right?
Yeah, from 04.
I've
seen where I've looked at certain people and it'll say lifetime registry, or it'll say how long they have to register. How come it doesn't say that?
I think because this is an out-of-state conviction, Judge. All we have is the code. We just have to follow the code, which says you just got to check their requirements. And we looked at the requirements. We're thinking it's a 15 years?
25.
We're thinking 25? We're thinking it's a 25 based off of what the Kansas statute is saying. Because it's
25 from the time of conviction.
from the time of conviction.
And this here, the conviction was
2004.
Which if it's showing that projected end date is 2019, it would make sense if it's 15, a 15-year period, it would have finished in 2019, I guess.
Correct.
Which is what he's saying, hey, they told me I'm done in 2019, 15 years after my conviction. And so that's why I haven't reported since then. And then I guess we just have to confirm it that obligation terminated.
Josh, the only thing I do know is that I don't want him to be a transient because I want to know where he is at all times, just like we would do to every single other person. Come up, Mr. Davis.
Today to see what we can do about confirming housing.
You know, on the, how old are you? How old? 41. You know, on the sex offender registry, we can look at your picture and we can see what you look like from the time that you started your stint in the criminal justice system to how you look now. Holy moly. That's like one of the things you see on websites with like, if you do dope, this is what you're, I mean, it's just incredible the way that the streets have taken over your life and the way that you are. It's really, really sad. And it, you know, I feel for you at one point. I really do. But at the same time, it's of your own making. And you gotta ask yourself why. Why would someone do this? Why? The only thing I do know is that I want my streets safe at all costs. And I'm going to do everything in my power to protect it. You know, and while you're transient, while you're out roaming, we can't put our hands on you. We have no idea where you're going. We have no idea what you're doing. So how am I supposed to monitor you while you're transient? I don't want you to be transient. I want you to have a home base. So I know if I need to find you, I know where you are. And that other people, specifically children, are protected. How do we do this?
There's he has access to a place where he can charge things. I know, so I don't know if he might be able to do a GPS monitor.
How are you going to charge it? How are you going to, you need a home base.
That's not the library.
That's not a home base. But with what you're charged with, it scares me. And your history even more so scares me. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I mean, because I don't like to put people in jail, but I got to know that my streets are safe. And if I can't monitor you, then I can't have you out on bond.
Should we give us an opportunity to connect with a social worker to see?
Of course, take your time. I mean, it's already 1 o'clock. We got to kind of hurry, but you know, I'm just
gonna be able to roll till tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep him because I'm not letting him go while he's transient. I'm not going to do it, Mr. I mean,
I have a dog to take care of.
You what?
I have nobody to take care of her.
You have a what?
I have a dog.
You're taking care of the dog now?
Right now. Nobody. I had nobody to take care of her. I'm because when I got out, I've been taking care of her for the last 7 days when I got out of jail. I have nobody.
Just got a dog in 7 days.
No, I've had her for 2 years.
I don't know what to tell you, but
And I can't leave her, they just really don't want to leave her by herself at my campsite for 1 or 2
Oh,
days.
but there are other people at the campsite, right?
No, just me. That's it. Just me and her. That's it.
You're gonna leave a dog tied up in the campsite?
I leave her when I go places to charge, yes. She has a habit of biting people.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm taking him now. We can roll it to tomorrow, see what you can do. But while you're transient, it's not going to happen because I can't monitor you. And that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is we'll find you a place for tomorrow so we can find you a home and a place to stay. And then I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. But until I know that you have a home base, no. You know, I don't feel that the streets are protected, especially know that you might be, you know, you have to potentially register as a sex offender. You've not been doing it for quite a while. I don't know this. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a lot of work while you're here. Number one, if you guys can reach out to the registry, see if he's still supposed to register. If so, for how long? Has it expired? And then let's regroup tomorrow. And then, I mean, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. So I'm not, you know, but I just find it wholly insufficient with too many variables and I can't track you. As soon as you get out of here, you're off and we'll never find you. And that's not what I want. You literally spiraled and you at 41, you look like you're 71 when life shouldn't be like this. If you can really, I mean, who do you have in your life? Why?
Because my family just don't, nothing to do with me.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you think they would?
Because my mom, she really incapable of taking care.
Say it again?
My mom, but she's on disability. She really can't take care and help me out. And my father, he's in Amby home. I mean, really don't have that capability.
If we reach out to your mom, where's your mom now?
She's in Oakland, Kansas.
In Kansas. Where's dad? In
Kansas.
same in Kansas as well. If you reached out to them, do you think that they talk to you?
I do talk to my mom on a daily basis. I talk to her every day, but she just don't have the money to help me out, to take care.
We're going to work on that for you. We're going to try to find you some stable housing. We're going to try to find you something to help
I've
you.
been trying to look at people and it's getting denied. Every time I try to find, even try to get housing from through Star of Hope, through other places.
We have resources for you to help you. Okay. Now that you're with us, we'll do everything. I mean, believe it or not, I want to help you, Mr. Davis.
Been out here too long.
Huh?
Been way out here too long. I've been out here homeless for way too long.
Hey, you either going to go back or you're going to take our help and we're going to get you out of this rut, one way or the other. But what you're doing now is not working, especially in light that you're picking up these charges. Okay? All right, so let's regroup tomorrow. He goes with you. Thanks.
What's the new bond amount?
Just 1,000. Or you know what? Just make it. What's it at now? 100. Just make it 250.
250?
Yeah.
My stuff's right there.